Opener is weak. Oh, it's Azax. Playing Lotus. So we know that he's playing Lotus Field, so we're just probably going to Monstrous Rage the Lava Runner on 2 and hit. Especially if we draw anything else to go with it. Maybe Reckless Impulse is better? Ah, they're not. I'm going to target the Lava Runner. If it dies, that sucks, but I'm going to force him to have the Fire Impulse here. I don't think I can play nothing. And he knows that I can't play nothing, so we get blown out. But I targeted the thing that I thought would be the easiest for them to deal with. Maybe I should have just played Reckless Impulse. Blood Fire Light of the stage. Oh my god. Do my grading? You must be going to F&M. What up, homie? Thank you so much. Alright, so we'll go land Soulscar Mage. Appreciate the huge raid. 368 raiders coming in from Doomwake stream. Welcome. I'm Tandy. Today we're playing some more Slickshot Show Off. Yesterday we got the 5-0-10-0 with our first build. And today we're working on some different builds. We just went 4-1 with a Boros version. And now we're playing a redone... we're playing a different version now. Let's go play with Fireface. Wizard's Lightning, sure. So this is probably going to be Axe. Yep. And then we'll just go for... I guess Soulscar Mage. And the next turn we'll go for Cockazin Wizard's Lightning, and it might not be enough, but it's close. Free the Fae, finds either another Picklock, maybe an Axe. Another Phoenix in the graveyard, scary though. Might be in trouble. Everyone follow Tandy? Thanks, Kabich. I appreciate it. Yeah, that's a big raid from my man. Thank you so much, Doom. Hope you had a good stream. Enjoy your evening. All right, so they're going to shock down to 11, and now they're going to go for Galvanic into double removal. Game's over. Get back to Phoenix. Cruise, double cruise. Oh, they had to eat a Phoenix, though, so it's not done yet. All right, so we'll go Gamano. And I guess I'll just go 3 to face, force the chump, and then we'll buy Giganta. Prodigal, thanks for follow. Pauper League or Riot? Does Doomwake play Pauper Leagues, Veneris? Why do I have to play Pauper Leagues? I don't want to play Pauper Leagues. Free the Fae into Free the Fae. Not the best. They're at 4. They're under some serious pressure here with Raymond Ruins. And that's kind of how it's been going. I can like get my opponent usually down to about 5 to 8 life, and then I just burn them out after all my creatures die. That feels good. Consider bringing back Phoenix, sure. So they're not dead. We'll just play Giganta. Unless I draw another Raminap. We'll play my land. I don't know why, but I'm gonna. Their Temporal Trespass is also in the graveyard, and a Phoenix is gone, so I don't think that I can lose the game in like an explosive fashion. It would have to be like me getting very unlucky for like the next 5 turns, like just drawing all lands. I got to be a little careful about Spell Pierce, only a little. Is Pauper still a format? Yeah, people play it on Magic Online all the time. 6/6 Jeff. This is actually like our third 6/6 Jeff of this stream already. It's kind of cool. Doesn't die to Axe. Read the Fae, finds another Phoenix. That's not very nice, Fleece Main. They just want me to play Pauper. That's fine. All right, so they got back Treasure Cruise. So the Kamano is going to transform. If I draw a Shock, I can go Shock plus Raminap. If I draw a Monstrous Rage, that plus Gigantha should be lethal. The Kumano is going to attack in with the Gigantha probably and the Swift Spear to like put these Phoenixes down. Things can certainly go badly here, but we can always draw a Burn Spell off the top. They have 7 cards, so I'm assuming we're going to see... Okay, consider. Interesting. That means they didn't have double removal. They might still have 1 removal. But they have to go like chump here, trade here, take 2 down to 2, and then they're dead still. So they axe the Kamana. Alright, so they're going to chump block and eat 1. They're going to be at 2. We kind of just forced them to have the thing and also to not kill the Gigantha. It's a little unfortunate. Maybe we should not have attacked with the Swift Spears. But we threatened lethal, and that's about as good as we can do. Threaten lethal, threaten lethal, threaten lethal. Force them to have it every time. If we draw Wizard's Lightning, there's a chance that I don't even cast it because of double Spell Pierce. But I feel like they would maybe discard a Spell Pierce here. Maybe not, though. Yeah, we have 3 Raminaps are lethal, all the burn spells. But remember, we did cut Skewers for Reckless, so... They're tapping out. No, they have 1 open. Okay, so Wizard's Lightning off the top. $16 cards left in deck. Alright, main phase consider. Any Sokenzons? Just the one that's in play. We played it early. Maybe there was a spot where I should not have played it. Alright, so they're fully tapped out. I doubt they'll attack with Phoenix. Maybe they get back a Phoenix and attack with 2 Phoenix, and then any haste creature off the top also kills. If they only attack with 1 Phoenix, 1 haste creature off the top does not kill. Alright. I will attack with both, and Monstrous Rage should be lethal, however they block. Oh, Gigantha! Gigantha's been crazy this league, or just today. Alright, so Mage Bane Lizard comes in. And I kind of like the Mutavault, because it's just a land that's also a threat against them, and it helps me cast Reckless Impulses a bunch. Let's see, what's bad? Play with Fire is bad. So maybe we just do 4 for 4. I think that's okay. Yeah, I'm hoping this Wizard pops off like crazy. I don't think Red Cat Melee or Woodstalker Frenzy is good enough, but I really am missing Rending Volley to kill Shredder, which is one of the reasons why it was in the sideboard. And so maybe we just play Rending Volley over Mage Bane and have Red Cat for red matchups, Rending Volley for blue matchups, Witchstalker for Shieldred matchups, And Dawn for Amalia. That's just what we do. Why the melee? Because we played against 3 red decks last league. Everyone's trying out Slickshot, so we just need something for the mirror. No Teamer Battle Rage. I think Boris Charm would be better, and I don't think either is very good. It's just like win more. You really don't need it. The Slickshot just kills by itself. You don't really need to give it double strike. Slickshot is cracked. I agree. All right, I'm going to keep this hand and hope that we draw a land. If they play Blue Source, I'll play Soulscar first. That way, if they play Shredder on 2, I have Wizards Lightning for it. Sleight of hand, maybe looking for the second land. No second land is game. Okay, played it tapped. Kind of just want to play Magebane Lizard. Doesn't die to much. The fact that it dodges the sweeper and it dodges Fire Impulse means that they're not going to get me if I play this, and they can get me if I play anything else. I think I'm going to play my land. I'm going to attack with everyone, and then I will Slickshot post-combat. So now they can go Red Source, Brotherhood's in, plus deal with this. Deal 1 damage to this in a different way. And then we go Slickshot, Swiss Spear, Rage, Monstrous Rage, Wizard's Lightning, kill you. What do you think about Slickshot in a Phoenix build while still playing Shredder? I think it's a good sideboard card to beat the Graveyard Hate over Young Pyromancer and maybe over Crackling Drake as well. But the Young Pyromancer Crackling Drake package is there to beat like the attrition heavy Rakdos matchup. And Slickshot is more of a card that's for burst damage. And so you'd want it against like Lotus Field, but I don't know that you'd want it against Rakdos, even though they probably side out some amount of removal. Okay, so they have exactly what I said, and I think they're going to get clowned on anyway. Yeah, so they're going to take 1 from this and then 2 from this, and then Slickshot, Swiss Spear, Wizard's Lightning, Monstrous Rage should be lethal. All right, so cast this. Swiss Spear. Let's go buff. Should be enough. I haven't counted. Seems like enough. We'll keep... I'm going to play Kamano first into Soulscar. If we don't draw the land, that's okay, but I would like to draw land. Yeah, Demonic Ruckus is one that people have been talking about, but I think it's just going to... The play patterns on it don't work right. I think that the play patterns will be worse than you think, but I don't think it's bad. I don't think it's a bad card by any means. It's kind of like more Kumanos almost. Okay, so we're playing it's in Soul. Did not draw the land. If we do draw the land, we can kill the 5/5. If they just make a 5/5 here. All right, Case of the Filch Falcon. A little slower. Spyglass Iron is fine. All right, I really want to draw land here, but I don't really want to kill these. Nice, we drew the land. See if they block. They don't. I'm gonna go with play Fire Face just to get a scry and also to look for something. Swiftspear next turn could be okay. We're gonna keep it. More threats to overwhelm their blocker. They can make a 4/4 if they have a land. But that 4/4 is not that scary because they can't block because of Soulscar Mage. Or they can't block well because of Soulscar Mage. Might not even play the Swiftspear. Maybe we should have bottomed it. We just have 7 damage in hand. I guess I can upkeep play with fire. Let's see what they do, and then we'll make our decision after. Mini wants to run Thalian Taxes. I mean, I got play with fires. Play with fire pops that stuff. All right, so they're just gonna make a 4/4 on defense, so we can kill it after blocks by shrinking it. So we'll go Swiftspear, swing with all. I guess technically they could Shrapnel Blast one of my creatures. I'm very okay with that. But if they just go Case, Clue, Block, we just shrink it and then doesn't do any damage. They pop the Clue instead of the one to sack for 1. That makes some sense. Alright, so this is currently 2/4, and this is 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So I think this is still better. We're not quite killing, so I think it's just better to collapse the board, make sure that we can keep attacking uncontested. They take 5 down to 5, and they're dead to my hand. But if they kill the Soulscar, then I can't Wizard's Lightning very easily, so... They could have, like, Stubborn Now or something, too, so we need to make sure that we play around that if we can. Map, Spell Pierce, gonna go to the grave. Smuggler's Copter. Okay, so they're tapped out, so we'll just kill them on upkeep. Okay, maybe Frenzy to help out killing the 5/5s. This is a matchup where I think removal is okay. Monstrous Rage, they chump block me a lot. Maybe removal's bad. Slickshot Show Off has to be good. Red Cap Melee is probably bad. My sideboard seems pretty weak for the matchup, not gonna lie. Don't have a Braid or any 1-mana destroy artifacts. I think I'll just leave it as is. All right, opener looks pretty good. We have Slickshot, Kamano stuff going on. This might be a situation where I don't play Kamano on 1. How does Slickshot decks doing against the Vamps? I've only played against Vamps once and I beat it. And I attacked through Vein Ripper and killed him with Monstrous Rage. But I don't know if that's necessarily indicative of the matchup. It's just the only time I played it, that's what happened. I think that one could be one of our tougher matchups, but Phoenix is also supposed to be kind of a tougher matchup, and we just kind of clowned on them. Okay, so they held up red, which means they probably have 1-mana removal, so I'm going to play Kamano. If they had Spell Pierce for Kamano, it's like, okay, sure. We're trading 1 for 1 there, but... Smuggler's Copter, okay. All right, so we'll go for Slickshot, Show Off, and Attack for 2. And we want to play it because they're tapped out and we can get in some damage. Kamano's actually not that good with Slickshot, if I'm being honest, because I do want to plot with Slickshot a bunch on 2, and I want a Kamano on 1 a lot, and I think that those two things are just not... they're just, like, bad for each other. Okay, Insult Smuggler's Copter. If this is a defensive copter, it's time to clown. Alright, so we go Swifty. We go Wiz. Wizard's Lightning's cracked, dude. I guess next turn we can get busted up by a sweeper. But even if we do, we saw Swift Spear Lightning. Glimming Gear Drake. How's Slickshot do against the Vamps? I already read that, excuse me. Slickshot being a wizard is the craziest part. I do love that it's a wizard. It is great. Another insult. Okay, so they have a flyer. God, it just always lines up so well every time. The easy roll. Wizard's Lightning is the card that makes this broken. But this is just good. This is just a great card. But Wizard's Lightning makes it broken. Had it all. BMs. Just massive damage, chat. Alright. Won the die roll again. I'm the best. Man, this deck is crazy. Also, when your die rolls a little Mao. Keep. We don't have anything for the Wiz yet. We can buy Jag on 3 as something to do. The kid thought he was winning too. Oh, yes, he did. Oh, yes, he did. Y'all, I think that might have been one of the reasons why I got really into Magic was that movie, and I didn't really think about it until now. Well, no bueno, it actually means both, but in different circles. And I'm sure that some people say it that way for whatever. Sleight of hand, okay. So they need another 1-cost cantrip plus Fire Impulse to kill the Swift Spear, and that's if I don't draw something to protect it. I might main phase a Monstrous Rage if I find one. Now, if next turn they just play Ledger Shredder, we'll just probably just pay the 3 to whiz it. Alright, they didn't have it, or don't want to walk into it. I'm going to play the land. I'm not even 100% going to play the side of the stage. But if it's 2 lands, I don't really care. But I mostly just want to have the ability to Wizard's Lightning if they try to kill this. Maybe I should just Wizard's Lightning anyway. Just so much damage. They still need Consider Plus or Opt Plus Impulse to kill this. This is just a lot of damage to miss. Light of the Stage is fine, but I like doing it when I'm basically out of stuff. Spell Pierce is no big deal. And now they can kill it with this on the stack. Maybe this was horrible. Bummer. Alright. Big punts. It's an axe? Oh, if it's an axe, that's Gucci for me. I thought it was Impulse. Especially if they're not pitching Phoenix, and they're kind of tanking on the pitch, so it's probably not Phoenix. I know, Ted Boy. We could have been casting Wizard's Lightning this whole time. Alright, so they got rid of Time Walk. Alright, so there's still a 15. They've successfully defended against my opening onslaught. Let's see if they have something. All right, they didn't go Shredder plus Slight. They just went Slight. So that's another good thing. I'm assuming they're going to play Picklock if they don't use this mana. And so we need to attack plus light up the stage and like really pressure them. I don't think it's worth it to play the Play with Fire light up before combat, so we'll just attack for 2 and see. If they kill my Kamano, I will go Play with Fire light up. Oh my god. Mana Symbol! With the big ass raid. Thank you so much. 200 folks raiding in. Appreciate you. Welcome. I'm Tandy. Alright, we'll go ahead and play the Lava Runner. And if they go to kill it, we'll whiz the face. Zap them. Oh yeah. Let's spam the bolts, chat. We get the bolt again. I haven't played with Lightning Bolt in some time because I don't play that much Pioneer or Modern anymore. Top 4, they find a Cruise. Uh-oh. They also found Impulse. You always thought I was Todd Anderson? I am. I'm sorry. I am. But Tandy is a portmanteau of Todd Anderson, in case that's not clear. I wonder if I should have waited on this. Playing the Prankster. Okay. I think I will whiz that just to clear it. And it looks like they did take Fire Impulse, so they should have Fire Impulse this and then played Prankster, probably. If they kill the Lava Runner or the Etching, I might fire up the Den, but I might... I don't know. I don't know. Oh, it's not short for Todd's Candy? Yeah. Yuck. Alright, let's swing in. The fact that they didn't take Treasure Cruise, and they could have Cruise plus Removal Spell that turn, is very concerning. Like, has me thinking that maybe they got 2 removal spells here. It's relatively new. I mean, it's like 2 years since I started doing a Mana Symbol. I appreciate the raid. Thank you so much. Welcome, Raiders. That's called branding. Branding. Alright, let's play with Fire Face. No buy Jegman. Bottomless land. Here we go. They're at 7, so even if things start to go downhill, they have to close the game relatively quickly before my burn spells can kill them off the top. And with a lot of Reckless Impulses and Light of the Sages in my deck, it's like pretty hard for me to run out of gas all the way anymore. Free the Fae, does not find Cruise, does find Axe, so if they have Phoenix, they can Axe, and then play another thing. And that's what they take. So they can Axe Pitch Phoenix, yada yada. They can also save it for a Jegman. If they don't main phase the Axe here, I might fire up the Den. Shocking. Okay, so they can shock play Picklock and play Axe. An attack here is free. Could just kill them. The Gigantha puts a lot of pressure on the Axe, though. They only have 2 cards or 3 cards in hand, so let's attack with both, and then we'll play Gigantha and force the Axe. And then on our following turn, we can go Impulse looking for burn spells, and we have a lot of combos of burn spells to kill them. Like, they know we have Gigantha, so we have to play it. We don't have to play it, but we will play it into the Axe, because these stick around. They didn't do it. Okay, so that means that they might have Phoenix in hand, and they're waiting for a turn to try to hit Phoenix into play. Main phase opt, makes sense. Alright, so here's Axe. They did not pitch Phoenix. They have no Phoenixes in the graveyard. Alright, they're in a lot of trouble. Besides Vigilance, this is a free attack. We can activate Den and threaten lethal, but if they have a removal spell, we're kind of set back to square one. I guess if we draw Monstrous Rage. Alright, let's go for the Den, and if they go to kill the Den, we'll play Monstrous Rage on Swiftspear. Okay. They let me attack. That's kind of weird. They must just not have anything. Petty Theft, Lava Runner. Okay, so they chump here, take 2 down to 2. I haven't played a land yet. This is super lethal next turn. Wonder if they have another thing. They don't. Okay. Should be GG. I think the turn where they took removal spell, they should have took Cruise and cast Cruise and looked for a removal spell that away. I think that was their mistake. Alright, so Magebane Lizard coming in with the Mutavaults, and what did we cut? The Play with Fires, and I'm still missing my Running Volleys to kill Bird. This is our second Phoenix matchup. I still think we want Running Volley for Ledger Shredder. I think Ledger Shredder is like the card that beats us. The rest of the deck is somewhat weak against us, all things considered. Mutavault's a grindy card. Mutavault comes in when the games are going to go a little longer, but I have expensive cards in my deck. And I have Reckless Impulses and stuff, so I think a Mutavault as a 21st land in the main deck would not be that bad. And I just want to get all the play with fires out of my deck, and I don't think any of the other cards are worthwhile. The red caps are for mirror matches, but they could just be Running Volleys. It's more so like Magic Online adopts really quickly, and there's just tons of Mon-Red in the leagues. Like, we played 3 Mon-Red matchups last league. And so red cap's there to compensate, but it is replacing Volley, and I would play 2 Phoenix, so it's like give and take. Maybe, Steven. We've talked about it a few times already. I think that it is maybe good, not great, but I haven't tried it yet, and it could be great. I don't like that it's like a telegraph, if that makes sense. Like, if I go to play it on my guy and you just fatal push my guy, I don't get anything. And if I play it as a plot, you know, I'm basically just saying, I'm going to cast this when you tap out, and like, it just costs a card. It's not a creature. It's not Kumano. It's like, it's hard to fit, man. I don't know. I think Rekka is better than Heroic. I will agree with that, because you have ways to protect, like Lauren's Escape and such. And if I were playing Blossoming Defense, I think I would play Ruckus as well. Yeah, but you do that without even needing the enchantment Living Wind. It's just like another thing that, you know, Wizard's Lightning can go face, pump my stuff, or it can kill a creature. Whereas your thing is damage face only, and it has to have a target of my own creature, which is not always possible. Imagine deck if Lava Runner gets upgraded. I mean, Lava Runner's cracked. I'm sorry. Lava Runner is good. I played it a lot when it was a standard. It's just a good card. It's almost good enough without Wizard's Lightning. Almost. Look, it might be great, though, Living Wind. It might be so much better than I think. It also gives, like, Menace, which is unnecessary, because our... I don't know. Definitely keeping this hand. This hand's great. They're on 5. Exactly. But some people have to, right, Green Tea? Some people are like, well, what am I going to do? Not play my spells? I don't have anything to do? That's why it's so good, though. The Birdman. See if they block. I will play Monstrous Rage here to kill it. It's like somewhat inefficient, but Ledger Shredder is so strong against us that I think it's just right. If they just took it, I would have played Mage Bane. Sleight of Hand turns on Fire Impulse to kill this, but they might play with fire or something, even though it's not in my deck. Another Monstrous Rage could also save it from Impulse. No land. No land is great for me. Mutavault looks sick here. I think I'm going to play Mage Bane after I attack. Hold up a mana to just always let them think I have something. God, the Mutavault looks so good here. With all these X1, like red ones, right? All these red one creatures. All right, so this is going to deal them some damage, or they have to axe it, or both, you know. Tandy, have you thought about Micromancer and the new 1-mana spree cards? Together, yes, but not like as a cohesive unit. I do think that it's cool, and I like that Micromancer. I actually really like Micromancer in various Rona builds that I did, because it could find the bounce effect, but it could also find the other thing. What's it called? A Drown Yard, Epiphany of the Drown Yard. So once I had infinite mana, it was a kill. If I had Rona, Mox, Micromancer, I could kill them with that. And I think that adding a spree to that deck, like the draw card spree or something, could be cool. Wow, what a turn they had. What a turn they just had, huh? Let's go... Maybe just plot both. Yeah, I think I'm going to plot just to play around sweepers. And next turn we can go show off, impulse, maybe kill them. And I can still Lava Runner as well. Yeah, I hope you have some kill spells. Otherwise, you are dead. They might be dead even with 2 kill spells because of Swift Spear plus stuff. Shredder plus 2 removal spells maybe gets me. Oh, double Shredder is definitely not good enough. They are so dead. They're like double chumping. I guess they're not even chumping. With the impulse here, whew. Oh, I guess they do get to do this. That's fine. I think I will play Swiss Beer and then Reckless. I guess this is gonna maybe double trade and deal them a bunch, which is also fine. Okay, so let's go Swiss Beer, Reckless. And the Lava Runner also has haste here, so we can play that as our worst case scenario. Three, four, 5, 6, 7. All right, so we can put them to 1. Unfortunately, we did not hit super well, but they are dead to a lot of things. But they're just gonna go E here, take 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 down to 1, and then 2 Lava Runners, Mutavault. They still need a ton of shit. They're kind of forced to block both of the Slickshots, though. No shot. You're just gonna die, dude. What are you doing? This is 8. There's a forced block. Come on, hurry up. Neither of your things die. I don't understand the problem. That's fine also, but it doesn't even kill it. Why would you block like this? Are they gonna steal my Slickshot and kill me? I wonder if that's a thing. Claim the firstborn, your Slickshot kill you? Yeah, makes sense. See if they attack at all. They have 2 cards in hand. They know the Mutavault's here, so they have to hold back at least one. Tapped land. If they hold back both, okay. Let's go Impulse. This Pierce will pay. So we'll go Soul Scar, which is rotting. They get a couple loots. I'll play this Lava Runner that's going to rot as well, so I can hold the one in hand. This card Brotherhood's in. They have 2 Anger and a Brotherhood's in their deck. All right, you go. Next turn we have 4 lethal attackers, so they need 2 removal spells between stuff or a sweeper effect here. They discarded Brotherhood's in, which is surprising. Read the Fae. You can find Picklock, and if they have untapped one, they go double Picklock. Okay, Picklock plus removal spell does it. But we just they're just like building up a board, so we just go wider. And they've already discarded or played or discarded 3 sweepers. Tandy, how do you feel about Pioneer Convoke and Pioneer after the set? I mean, I didn't think it was that good after the Vampire deck came to prominence, with Phoenix and Vampires being top of the field. 2 cards in hand, would they take? Treasure Cruise. Okay. So they can cruise, get back a Phoenix, but if they don't have an untapped land. Okay, so they're not dead. They have to hold back all 3 creatures or else they die to Den. If they attack with 1, they're dead. Any haste creature off the top here is good. What if I just play Magebane Lizard? If I just play Magebane Lizard, they cannot win, right? They can't win? Whenever a player casts a non-creature spell, deals damage equal to play equal number of non-creature spells they cast turn. Okay. Alright, and then I just say go. So next turn, they can play Picklocks. We might actually still lose even with Magebane, but they can't play non-creatures anymore. They can play 2 Picklocks though, and they got plenty of blockers. They get a bunch of loots. They can maybe kill me in 2 swings. Maybe I should have just played Light Up the Stage, looking for a land. That way I could find Burn Spell also. I didn't really lock them out though, because they have 2 Picklocks to chump. And I can play Lava Runner, actually at Mutavault. So I have 4 lethal attackers, so they need to have 4 blockers at all times. And they might attack for 9 just to shrink my clock. Yeah, it is only non-creature. I wish it was Eidolon in this exact spot, but whatever. Alright, so they attack with just 1 for 6. Okay. So we'll play Lava Runner by Gigantha as like our baseline. Alright, let's play Light Up. We take 1. I don't like that it deals damage to us. Are we going to die to the attacks next turn? 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14? Yeah, we're actually just dead now. I gotta find burn. What about land? Let's see if they see lethal. Here we go. So close to winning. I think I messed up. It's tough to say where. Another Phoenix. Okay, so this is way lethal. Let's see if they attack with everybody. Alright, that's only in game 2, though. Going to game 3, I'll be on the play. I think the turn where I went double suspend. Maybe. I don't know. I mean, that was all Ledger Shredder, right? Magic Land. I'm not really sure exactly what you're saying, but basically what you want to do is if your opponent goes for grief and takes your lightning bolt, then you should wait until they cast their Not Dead After All, and with their Not Dead After All targeting grief, then you play your second bolt, and that should kill the grief and it will not come back. Now, if they go for grief and then you target it with bolt, and then they play Not Dead After All, you are in trouble. That's about all I got. Hope that helps. All right, we'll keep this hand, and hopefully we draw land, but if not, we'll just go Kamano into Soul Scar, and then maybe put them in a Hurt Locker. If we draw the land, though, they just have to be dead. Oh, no problem, Magic Land. Kamano. Happy to help. All right, well. We'll go for Soulscar Mage over the Slickshot because I want to kind of get on with Slickshot when they're not ready for it. I can also use Monstrous Rage to save my Soulscar from everything except Lightning Axe. If they Lightning Axe me, it is what it is. I'm going to Wizard's Lightning. That way they can't kill it in response with Fire Impulse. We'll transform Kamano attack and then probably plot Slickshot. Depending on what they do. Song goes hard? Yeah, I mean, the whole soundtrack for New Spider-Man was excellent. Is there an updated list for this? Is it not updated in the thing? Let me. I'll fix it after this game. All right, we'll attack for 4. And if they don't kill anything, we'll just plot Show Off. Impulse here for 3, so Monstrous Rage doesn't save it. That's fine. So we could go for Monstrous Rage Wizard's Lightning. That was a lot of damage, but this Slickshot Show Off is going to seriously punish them. We also have Impulse next turn too, or the turn after. I agree, Kim. Another sleight of hand. Let's hope they don't go Axe, bring back Phoenix. If they go Axe, bring back Phoenix, we might still be able to win, though. Because they have to, like, tap out to bring the Phoenix back. We will go ahead and cast. Go for Kamano. They can only kill 1. Consider in response, not a big deal. All right, this much. Okay. This is a weird game of chicken. We go for Monstrous Rage is lethal, Wizard's Lightning is lethal. Spell Pierce stops it. Alright, I'm gonna go for Monstrous Rage because the Wizard's Lightning is good later. We'll target the Soul Scar, and they can kill the Slickshot, but they could always kill the Slickshot. And if they have Axe, we're in trouble. Or they just die. That's fine too. Just dead. I will keep this hand. Certainly can go south if they kill my Soul Scar. When it's on 6 cards. What matchup is Red Cap Melee for? I'm going to need you to read the card Red Cap Melee. There are multiple context clues. There's a brand new card that's in our deck that everyone's hyped about. It's $50. I don't know if you know this or not. And I'm going to need you to just make a simple deduction. What decks could Red Cap Melee be good against? It was for a second. I don't know. I think it went back down, but yeah. I agree, Gremlin. Second Spider-Verse is like one of my favorite pieces of media that's ever been made. Alright, let's attack. I should have played the land first, I guess. Hopefully you find some sort of threat to play here. Even if it's a next turn threat. 2 mountains, worst case scenario, but still not that bad because we're pseudo-flooded. Hit a push, or good Wizard's Lightning in response, but it's just such a weak play. Okay, well, I guess we'll just buy Gigantha. Here we go. Next turn we can channel Silkins on and get some pressure down. Preacher's annoying. They're going to make some 1/1s with lifelink that we can never beat. We'll play a Gigantha next turn. I hope it's good enough, but I doubt it. Preacher of the Schism is a card that I am very afraid of. I might bring in Red Cap Melee just to kill it, but I'll probably bring in Witchstalker Frenzy instead. Also, we'll side in a way and play and mulligan in a way where I'm not vulnerable to this mono black dumb bullshit. Yeah, whatever, man. I guess I'll play it out, but this is horrible for me. Are we killing them? Is this lethal? Oh my god, is this lethal? I don't think it is, but I took a damage on accident. I think we're short, barely. I think we're short by 1. Well, we gave ourselves a chance to win, I guess. I don't know. We took 1 damage when we shouldn't have. Oh, they have Field of Ruin for the Ramming app? That's cracked. Aetherborn? Do they not have push for this? Oh my god, do they not have push? If they don't... Oh my god, I can't believe they don't have push. So they're going to go to 4. So anything off the top? Man. Alright, we'll keep treading water. I think we're still alive by attacking with this, but maybe this is a dead on board attack. So Hive's 3. If they attack with Shouldered, we'll trade, and we can chump something else. I think we're going to survive barely. They gain 2, 4. So they're going to be at 8. And I think we need like Reckless Impulse or something. We might be able to survive in another way. We'll figure it out in a second. Any thoughts on Vortex over Ferocodon? Yeah, Vortex sucks. Having to hold up mana every turn is bad. 1 damage to your opponent. This isn't a format where they just like attack a bunch with stuff like that. Okay, so this is 2, 4, 5, 6. We can double block the Hive. We lose the Etching. And then they go to 8. Okay. So this only put them to 7. Burn spell at the top is a win. I guess no, it's not Wild Slash. So they get another lifelinker. They get to eat my Wizard's Lighting, that's fine. Den of the Bugbear. Alright, so this is an easy block, maybe. We take 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I don't think it matters. We can't attack with anything other than Slickshot. Alright, that's fine. So we go to 1, there's 7. We need a 3 damage thing, which we only have 1 left, or we need Reckless Impulse into something, or Light the Stage into something. Dang. Not quite. Tough one. We're bringing 8. We're going to cut Play with Fire and Monstrous Rage. Very close, yeah. We needed a good draw there. This does not seem like a great matchup, but you can see how crazy Slickshot Show-Off is. Almost winning that game after being so far behind. Be on the plate. It sounds pretty good. We'll keep. If we get duress, they'll probably take Light Up, but we'll go ahead and play Lava Runner on 1. Yeah, but Kiln Fiend was like never a creature in Standard, right? It was there, but it was never like scary. And they've made Kiln Fiend-esque cards a bunch. This one is the best because it has flying and haste, which is crazy. The plot is really cool. I'm glad that it exists. It's very powerful. I might change my mind down the road and be less enthusiastic about its existence over time. But as it stands, I mean, the card's extremely powerful. Aggro needs some help, I guess. Yeah, no kidding, MV. That's what I was thinking too. Last card that got printed for aggressive decks that was this good. Nothing in Pioneer in forever. And maybe Kamano faces Kakazan. And then, obviously, a lot of stuff's in Modern, but it was all printed direct to Modern, so dodge Standard Pioneer. Fable the Mirror Breaker is more of a mid-range card, but it's still very strong. That's another card we could consider sideboarding, just as like something that makes a bunch of value. Can be really nice to prevent flooding, but we just empty our hands so easily. See if they go for a discard or removal. If they don't discard, they definitely have removal. If they discard, they're going to take live the stage, so it's like all bad. Monstrous Rage? Yeah, Monstrous Rage was great. Happiness, what red vampire was so expensive? I don't even know what you're talking about. I'm going to blast them, just so I get an extra damage in with the Lava Runner. Next turn we can play the Dawn. They play Aetherborn, we'll play the Dawn. Tiny Bones. So it's a 1/1 Death Touch. When it deals combat damage to a player, you may cast target non-land permanent card from the player's graveyard. non-land permanent card. So I don't have any permanent cards in my graveyard, okay? I'm going to offer to trade. I'm going to play Dawn and hope that they don't have push. They didn't have push, so now we might be safe for a minute. If they play Lily minus, we're in trouble. May cast target non-land permanent card from that player's graveyard. Okay. Alright, Murder Strider. Unfortunate. So we'll go attack for 2, play Kamano. Thoughtseize, down to 6. We'll take Wiz probably, and then play 2/3 lifelink and ruin my life. Trespasser, ooh, that's a bit worse. Alright, well, I feel like we found the bad matchup. Mono black, all lifelinkers. Seems like a tough one. Seems like a tough one, chat. Maybe I will activate Mutavault and double block. Alright. Alright, so we can attack with just 1 and then kill the Shieldred. Alright, so let's just do that. And now if they want to chump, that's fine, or they take 3 down to 4. We can maybe Reckless Impulse into some burn next turn and kill. The Field of Ruin stopping the Mutavault's a bit of a bummer. But we have plenty of mountains, so it's not really that painful. Here comes a 2/3 lifelinker to pair with the Trespasser. Let's see if they attack. My guess is no, because if I clear this, they're just in a lot of trouble, and I can just force a chump block, basically. Alright, let's Impulse here. Unless, haha. Alright, so I think I'll attack. It's a guaranteed double block. Maybe I don't. If I attack with both, they can't kill the Soul Scar. So it changes the force block into a force etchings and a force chump here. I think that this is a better attack than this. This is an easy double. Alright. I think this is the move. Alright, so we kill the Trespasser, and now it's a 2/3 versus a 2/3. They have a little bit more life to work with. Oh, they even had the Fatal Push? Okay, well, we lose anyway. They weren't playing like they had Fatal Push, but they're just going to gain 3 life and put us way too far away. Alright, GG. How's Reckless Impulse been? Pretty strong, I would say. I think maybe we have 1 too many. But the difference between 1 and the difference between 4 is all about vibes. And I'm curious how many times if Reckless Impulse was just skewer the critics that my opponent would have died. This is our 3rd Phoenix matchup, so if we 3-0 Phoenix, I'll be very happy. Alright, so let's go Swifty plus Kamano, attack for a bunch. Nocturnal Impulse looking for stuff. You gonna be at SCG Con Richmond? Yeah, I'm planning on it. Yeah, I'm gonna play Lorcana probably. 2 mana, free the Fae main phase. Uh-oh. They are in trouble, chat. See what they take. Maybe the Borrower. That's funny. Fire Impulse. Could kill this, but it might not. Yeah, they did take the Fire Impulse, but they're tapped out. Play with Fire. Decent pickup, because we're just pushing damage here, so we have a guaranteed thing to do with our mana. Top is Land Wizard Sliding. We don't have... Should I play with Fire now? This is 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Put them to 7. Wizard Sliding plus the 2 things next turn. Yeah, why not? I don't want to miss a damage, and we know that Fire Impulse to kill this. I'll keep another Reckless Impulse on top for in case they have Spell Pierce for my Wiz and stall me out a little, or another removal spell. I will just play the Wizard Sliding in attack, and that's lethal showing. Galvanic Iteration. Okay, so they're not dead. They do get to kill both. And then we get to go flip this, attack, Wizard Sliding, put you to 2 with Kamano and enough lands. So they should be dead, even with this. Well, I'm just talking about playing the 5K at Lorcana in Richmond, Reptars all. All right, Zapia. Alright, you're at 2 facing down Raminap Ruins. And I have it locked up next turn, so here we go. You hear that? It's the sound of inevitability. Dread it. Run from it. Comes all the same. Here comes a Phoenix. Oh no! Oh no! Oh no! They didn't even let me do it. Okay, so once again, we're bringing in the Mage Banes and the Mutavaults, and we're going to trim the Play with Fires because they don't kill anything. And I still don't think Witchstalker Frenzy is good enough. I don't think Red Cap Melee is good enough. Red Cap Melee, probably just going to end up beginning Running Volley again to help out with the bird. The bird. Stupid Ledgerman. Alright, reveal the Jag. We got a mulligan this one, I believe. Too many lands, even with 2 specialty lands. We'll keep this one. I'm gonna put back maybe the light up the stage in case my wizards die. I want to keep the wizards lighting so we have a chance to kill the Shredder. Alright, well, this is like a telegraphed kill, but we still have another one and Wizard's Lightning, so if they kill this on tap Ledger, we have an answer. I guess we have to do it on their upkeep or in response to their trigger. Yeah, because we got to be a little careful on timing. I'm gonna play the Lava Runner instead. Because I assume it's gonna die, and I'd rather this one die than the Soul Scar. So we can play Soul Scar plus Rage to protect it. Alright. Shredder is a big punish here, but we have to kill it now. And then the Pyromancer is probably going to be annoying. But we can maybe decide to bring back in some of our shocks to keep this in check. Guess I'll just play another Lava Runner. They could have another removal for Soul Scar, but likely they're just going to start chaining off draw spells. And maybe we should have Reckless Impulse looking for spot removal. But it's hard to find when we cut our Fire Impulse or our Wild Slashes, and all we have really is Wizard Lightning. What do we lose to? We lost to Mono Black Life Gain. Mono Black Life Gain. I know that sounds silly, but it's also true. All right, let's plot. I think I'll just say go. The Birdman. Wonder. I mean, it feels like they have a third fiery, but maybe it's a lightning axe. We're gonna play this before we play our Slickshot, so they don't get a loot. Now attack with everybody. See how they interact. I'm gonna go for a Monstrous Rage on the Soul Scar Mage. Because it's, I don't know, big trampler, can get big and trample over these things. Nothing else over here needs it, and if they have another removal spell, they're pretty incentivized to kill the show off. My guess is they're just going to untap and anger us, but it's weird for them to bring in Pyromancer and have anger. And I think I need to press damage, even if they do have the anger. But we do have a rebuild next turn with Reckless, which is nice if they don't have the sweeper. Always kill the bird first. Yeah, but we're like missing out on... Like we could have went like bird, buff this with trample, trigger on the stack, kill their thing. So they do have axe, okay. They discarded Brotherhoods. Okay, so they're going to try to fight through this. Let's hope they don't have a removal for Slickshot. We're in trouble, though. We're not doing good, especially if they have Cruise. Consider is okay. If they kill the Slickshot, we're basically boned. They bend to land. Played River Glide. Last card has to be a dud. I guess it doesn't have to be a dud. It's probably land. We only beat land anyway. Play Reckless off of this so I don't take damage. Alright, we'll be a little aggressive here. We're going to take 5 down to 3. We're dead to Phoenix. I think holding this back is a mistake because we just want combos that allow Slickshot to kill. Him having the axe for our thing was gross. Maybe we should have just let him anger and then saved our one creature. Alright, so we're at 3. Alright, so this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So it's not lethal. Are we dead? The fact that Mage Bane hits me is a bummer. I mean, it is what it is. But it is a bummer. So I have Axe. If they're smart, they'll not kill Mage Bane. They are killing Mage Bane, so they're accepting that they're dead. Alright, you win this game. Alright, game 3. I do think Mage Bane's good, though. I like that it dodges a bunch of stuff. Alright, so now that we know they have PZ, we'll probably bring in a couple of Play with Fires. I don't think we need the Mutavault, but maybe we just bench a Mountain. Live the Sage is good, but it's like hard to turn on sometimes. Maybe I just trim a Monstrous Rage instead of the land, though. Alright, try this. I don't want to overload on too many of the card draw effects. Alright, this hand's great. We'll keep. Tapped land. So this means they're probably going to hit us with a sweeper. Okay, so we'll play the Mage Bane here. The bird. Attack with both. I'm going to light up the stage. We'll take a damage. So they don't block. So they're afraid of Monstrous Rage. We'll yield. So we did find Wizard's Lightning. So we'll go Swift Spear, trigger on the stack. With that trigger on the stack, we'll Wizard's Lightning this. We take some more damage, but that's okay. And if they have a sweeper, it doesn't kill the Mage Bane. They do get the loot, but they don't get to save their Shredder, which is the more important part. Pitch Phoenix, awkward. We could have waited until their turn, but they could play 2 things to trigger, and then we are in trouble. Ooh, Satora Prize Amalgam. That's pretty cool, Taylor. Alright, so it looks like we're going to get axed here on our Mage Bane. See what they discard. It's not another Phoenix, which is good news. If they play 2 things to get Phoenix back, that's kind of gross. How's Mage Bane been so far? It's been fine. It's been fine, exactly fine. Oh, they didn't bring back Phoenix. What a happy day. Alright, we're going to try to do some damage before. I think that we're just going to get swept soon. Top card's Kamano. Spell's good. We get Spell Pierce here. That's okay too. We'll go ahead and play the Kamano. Next time we can cast Slickshot, put a counter on it. And a Soul Scar follow up this pressure. So we're going to take 6 down to 7. And they didn't get back Phoenix last turn. So they need like untap Red Source, Sweeper. And then a lot more after that. But we'll see. How about nothing? How about nothing? Is nothing any good? I will play the Slickshot. We'll attack for a little bit, see what they kill. Alright, so we'll take 3 down to 4. And I'll play a Soul Scar to overload their removal, but I'll hold the second Soul Scar. No, I'll play another one. If they have Sweeper, that's fine. It has to be an untapped lane that doesn't deal them damage, and I have to brick on the Raminap. So this is going to get in for 2. But yeah, the second red source that they needed for so long, if they don't have it, I think they're just dead. But we have to put pressure on them to make sure that they are dead. I guess the turn where I played this, I should have played Soulscar instead. And then I would have had a more damage this turn. I could have played Swiss Spear before combat maybe or something. I don't know. All right, 4-1. So here's what I got to say. The Reckless Impulses felt good. I think 4 is maybe 1 too many, so we could maybe trim a Reckless Impulse for something else. I think the 20th land should probably be the Mutavault in the main deck instead of one in the sideboard. I added a land from our previous build, and I did not really feel like we were having mana issues in our previous build. But maybe the Mutavault is just kind of a wonky thing that I just really like. I do like it when I'm bringing Frostodon just to give us the ability to hit our third land drop. But Mutavault and Rampaging Frostodon are like not that impactful against Amalia. Like the Mutavault is not impactful against Amalia, so it's a weird land to be bringing in against Amalia when I'm bringing in the Frostodon, you know. So that's what that is. But the Mutavault came in a lot with like a 3 of, so I could board out a 4 of. And I think that that's fine. We didn't play Mon-Red in this matchup, even though we played it 3 times last league. And Red Cap Melee did not come in, but I still think it's good. Magebane Lizard. It's just another one of those cards that's kind of similar to Eidolon of the Great Revel. I think Eidolon might be better. But I don't know if either is warranted. It felt good that it dodged the sweeper effects that dealt 3 to everything. And maybe it was better than I thought because my opponent was basically forced to kill that instead of focusing on something like Show Off or one of my one-drop Prowess creatures. Yeah, I mean, deck's still great. We lost a really close one to Mono Black Life Gain, which I think is maybe our worst possible matchup. But maybe not. I'm sure there's a design matchup that's much worse, and we'll probably see it at some point in the near future. I'd probably go down to 2 Witchstalker Frenzy. I'd probably go down to 2 Red Cap Melee. I'm not sure if I like this version better than my Boros version. The Boros version felt good. The sideboard wedding announcements were kind of clutch and some grindy matchups, but we'll see. Anyway, this has been Mon-Red Wizards. Thank you so much. Sodek coming in with a big raid. Wow. Everybody's raiding today. So we just finished our league with another iteration of Slickshot Show Off Mon-Red Wizards. The Reckless Impulses were solid. I think I might trim back on one, though. I was kind of missing more burns, so maybe we should cut a Reckless Impulse for like a Wild Slash or a Spikefield Hazard or something. Something that can be cast, but is also potentially resource neutral. Something like that. Anywho, make sure to check out our sponsors. Games of Comics Paradise. You can go to gcparadise.com to get anything you need for your TCGs, from Disney's Volcana to Magic the Gathering, Pokemon, and Yu-Gi-Oh! GC Paradise got you covered. They're a wonderful game store out of Fairfax, Virginia, so if you're in the area, make sure to check out Games of Comics Paradise and tell them Tandy sent you. Apex Gaming out of Caldwell, Ohio is a wonderful game store running an awesome tournament series that Ross Merriam and myself do commentary for. You can check out more at apexgaming.gg. Lastly, moxfield.com is a great deck building website that allows you to build and share decks seamlessly with your friends. Make sure to check out moxfield.com. If you're interested in my Mon-Red Wizards list, make sure to hit exclamation deck or decklist in the chat, or check the Moxfield widget that's on the Twitch stream. And lastly, I write strategy articles on patreon.com/Tandy, including a sideboard guide for my updated Mon-Red Wizards, which I'll be posting in the next week. I'll also be working on an updated version of Rakdos Vampires for those of you who are familiar and enjoy the Rakdos Vampire deck. That's going to do it for me.